first down. Harris throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harris. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On 1st and 10, Harris. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a run with Akers. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They'll give this to Akers running right. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Harris on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Murray escaping the pressure right. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Throwing now is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Well, this defense for the Cards, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal. But when you hold a team under 100 yards of total offense, you're going to win 99 times out of 100. And the one game you lose, you'll know who to blame.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Harris. He finds his man, complete. It's Fields. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Harris now off the play fake. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete there to Moore. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Murray now to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep their feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Murray to air it out again. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Rams 10, Cardinals nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
A big play there out of the running game.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
First down, Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. 20. Flop, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0.
Cardinals, nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He's going to look deep for more. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Murray. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. They fake the handoff, now Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals! Rondale Moore, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. McCann's got it teed up. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Akers hit. He coughs it up. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. it's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On play action, it's Murray. He's going to look deep for more. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Harris. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And this will be taken at the 13. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense? He's got a man complete. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A huge play there for Arizona. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
McCann's got it teed up.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Harris. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back to throw again.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Cardinals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. After the turnover, here's Murray.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Murray. This is complete to Hawkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to look deep for more.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Rams will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Murray's throw here taken in by Isabella.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, it's Hawkins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From just shy of midfield, Murray. He finds his man complete. It's Hawkins. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 39.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now left side on the swing pass. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
That's Isabella open on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Brevin Jordan,
his second touchdown on the season.
and the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Fields. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you got everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Phoenix, Arizona is the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action, and a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Back to throw. Harris. He'll let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he stopped immediately there. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Murray. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's fourth down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, But the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Harris. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Zaven Collins coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. Hawkins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 35. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Harris. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On 1st down, Akers. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Here's Harris to throw on 2nd down.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
Touchdown, Rams.
Cam Akers,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 80 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Pass complete to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Throwing quickly out wide, Atwell. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He's back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Second and 11. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Back to throw. Murray. He finds his man. Complete. That's Hawkins. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but